Hello, Patricia. This video will be about a particular topic that is near and dear to me, teaching. And I know you're a teacher, so you might be surprised to know that I am a teacher, in a way, kind of, and I have taught classes for about 15 years. And the classes that I teach are about Slovak. And they are very, very basic classes. I teach just common phrases, simple Slovak phrases, and some simple vocabulary. And I also bring into the class, I integrate into the class a whole lot about Slovak culture and traditions to help make the classes more interesting. And that does work. I bring in videos from some of my trips. I bring in photographs and things, mementos and crafts and paintings done by Slovak painters and music and examples of music and dancing and many different things. And these classes are very much liked. Now, they are typically not large classes. I usually get about somewhere between 7 and 12 people. They're not official credit classes. They're considered non-credit, which means they cannot be used by a student to use for a degree. It's just for personal enrichment. They are done at some colleges, but they're evening adult classes. Maybe you have them in Slovakia as well. And they're usually they're very interesting to the students we get. The students are older. They're not young students. They're not university age typically. They're usually about anywhere from 35 years old to maybe 70 years old. But we have a good time, and I always get very good feedback from the students that they enjoy coming to these classes. So that's one class I teach. I teach another one on the Slovak spirit, which addresses the Slovaks who came from Austria-Hungary and Czechoslovakia, two countries like America and Canada and other countries in the world, leaving their homeland, leaving their relatives and their families. This took a special kind of person to do that, and so that's what I address in that class. It's usually only one evening, 3 hours long. The other class I teach is called How to Make Real Halushki, and this is not the kind of halushki that many Americans of Slovak descent think about as halushki. They think halushki is noodles that you can buy in the store that comes in a package, and they boil that and they add boiled cabbage with that, and they call that halushki. So that, as we know, is not really halushki. So I teach a class on how to make the real halushki with potatoes and butter and fried cabbage and onion and that sort of thing. It's not brinza halushki, although I'm going to try that in about a month and a half if I can come up with a way to imitate brinza, because we can't buy brinza very easily here in this country. But I know there are ways to simulate the taste of brinza, so I'm going to try that. But those classes are well attended. And the language classes, not always. Sometimes I get 5 or 6 students. Sometimes I don't get enough students to even hold the class. But the cooking classes on halushki, we always get enough students to do those classes, and they're a lot of fun as well. That's also one evening, 3 hours long. And a little bit hectic, but it's a lot of fun for everybody. Thanks for listening, and I'll talk to you soon.